Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failer. In our last video, we tackled the Love Fist mission called Psycho Killer. This video is about the first of 3 Mitch Baker missions. This one is called Alloy Wheels of Steel. Passing this mission awards $1,000 and unlocks the next Mitch Baker mission, which is called Messing with the Man.
Where's Baker? I'm looking for Big Mitch Baker. Who's looking? Tommy Versetti. Versetti? You don't look like the law, so that's bought you a minute. You better talk fast. Ken Paul said you might be interested in pulling security for a gig he's got set up. Ken Paul? Shh. No wonder he sent you. The last time he was here, he left through the window in nothing but his limey birthday suit. Are you interested or not? We only do favors for our own. How do I join? This ain't no country club, boy. Can you handle a bike? Can you sit on a stool and drink? Cougar, Zeppelin, go see how this girl handles a bike.
It's just kind of funny timing that we happen to be wearing our country club outfit when Mitch Baker told us that this wasn't no country club. All right, get on a freeway or an angel and get to the starting grid. All right, so there are 2 angels conveniently located there to my left, but I just want to show you that 2 of these 3 guys are Cougar and Zeppelin, 2 of the guys from that cutscene that we just watched. So that's kind of a nice detail. So we will hop on one of these 2 convenient angels. And again, this ain't no country club.
All right, fancy clothes, let's see what you can do.
All right, so the idea here is just a basic checkpoint mission. You need to come in first place. The time doesn't much matter, but there is a running timer in the top right. And yeah, pretty straightforward race. It's nice that not only on the mini-map do you see the next pink marker, but also the location of the one after that. So you can see the 2 different squares, one of them slightly darker pink than the other. All right, so I'm going to show you this whole race later on in this video, so I'll just skip ahead to the end of the race right now. So here's the last 2 checkpoints. The final one is a different color, a reddish color. And a mission pass, first place, an amazing time of 1 minute 32 seconds, and another $1,000 on the pile. Now we'll show some fail states and quirks. So first of all, can you walk into this marker and start the mission? No, not on foot. You need a freeway or an angel. So conveniently, there's another bike right inside of Howlin' Pete's Biker Emporium. It's a PCJ. So how picky are the Rockstar programmers going to be with an angel or a freeway? Yep, they're real picky. Needs to be an angel or a freeway in order to compete. All right, so we'll hop on the freeway over here. Sorry, not the freeway, the angel over here. And then I'll just show you what happens if you try to switch over to another bike and go through the first pink marker. Whole lot of nothing. Yeah, you got to be on an angel or a freeway. This one was programmed well. You can't drive through on any other vehicle. So here you can see I've waited at this first pink marker for about 2 minutes, and eventually these 3 NPC racers, boom, finally show up. Boom. Yeah, not the best drivers out there. Ouch. But eventually, you failed to win the race. And it looked like it was, I don't know, 2:15 or something like that for the NPC first place finisher to finish. So it's fine to shoot one of these bikes, but if you kill one of the other racers, you fail. Notice that shooting one of the bikes starts the race right away. You don't even have to go into that pink marker for the 3, 2, 1 countdown. Surprisingly, you don't fail for stealing one of the NPC bikes, and that's really cool because this particular bike has a special property. It has amazing handling. The cornering is way better, the turning radius is way smaller. I think the speed is all the same, but the handling is just incredibly good. When I'm riding just a regular angel in this race, I slip and slide all over the place every time I make one of these turns, but here you can make these turns at just about full speed, and again with a much smaller turning radius. So I'll show the entire attempt here. When I did this race earlier in this video, I think my time was like 1 minute 32, something like that. I watched a video of English Ben. He's a speedrunner of some of the GTA games, playing Vice City in a marathon setting, and he got like a 1:13, and that seemed good enough for me. So I think I'm going to be like a second off of his time there, but pretty close to his 1:13. Sadly, you can't keep this bike. Well, you can, but as soon as you store it in one of your garages, it loses the special handling property. So you can play around with it as much as you want until you decide to store it in a garage. Okay, 114, 1 second slower than English Ben. That's good enough for me. So now we'll get to my challenge attempt, and my goal is to pass this mission with 6 wanted stars. Yeah, recently we unlocked the ability to get 6 wanted stars, so let's take advantage of that with this challenge. And I don't want to use the cheat code, what's it called? You Won't Take Me Alive, which gives you 2 wanted stars at a time. I'm going to get my 6 wanted stars the old-fashioned way. In the meantime, let's go ahead and read from the trivia section of the wiki for this particular mission. The song that can be heard playing in the background during the opening cutscene is Owner of a Lonely Heart by Yes, which is a song featured on the in-game radio station Flash FM. And it says the riff of this song can be heard from outside the bar before starting the mission. I tried, gang. I tried listening for this riff. Oh, maybe it means you have to start the mission, but don't start the race, and then you can hear it outside. But for sure, before I walked into that pink marker to start this mission, I could not hear any of the riff of this song playing outside the bar. Again, the name of this mission is Alloy Wheels of Steel. The name of the mission may be a reference to the Saxon song Wheels of Steel. Coincidentally, this song, Wheels of Steel, appears in the GTA game Lost in the Damned on Liberty Rock Radio. One of the outfits that we will unlock later in this series, but we haven't unlocked yet, is the cop outfit. And the trivia section notes, even if Tommy is wearing the cop outfit, you're able to trigger the mission, and Baker will still say, oh, well, you don't look like the law, and so that's got you, bought you another minute or whatever. 2 of the bikers in this mission are named Zeppelin and Cougar, possibly references to the band Led Zeppelin and Def Leppard. So leopard like the animal, and the cat, wildcat, and a cougar is a wild cat, although in Def Leppard it is spelled differently than the leopard animal. The opponent's Angels are notable for having superior acceleration and handling compared to a normal Angel, lacking the heaviness of stock variants and being able to maintain grip around quarters better even than the PCJ 600. The player can acquire one from a dismounted opponent during the race, giving the player a large advantage in the race. However, the performance stats of the Special Angel are reset to normal as soon as they're stored in a garage. So once I get my 6-star wanted level, I'll steal one of these god bikes here and do my best to win this race. I think that the main strategy is just to avoid getting a pop tire, either from police gunfire in the beginning when I'm just starting off the race, or from one of those like spike strips that they toss down. I think as long as I can keep my tires intact, this should be a reasonable challenge. So while we watch my challenge, let me go back to reading about commercials in Vice City. So we've already talked about the commercials for things that actually exist inside of Vice City, like ammunition, and then we also did commercials for objects that don't exist in Vice City, and then here is a list from the wiki about standalone publicity, standalone advertisements, whatever that means. Complete the Look, a trendy clothing store. Each station has a different version of the commercial targeting an 80s fashion style or stereotype best linked to the genre of the station. Exploder Evacuator Part 2, a high-action film in the vein of Rambo starring Jack Howitzer. Exploder Survival Knife, a large survival knife such as the type used in Rambo, released as part of the merchandising campaign for the Exploder movie series. Farewell Ranch, a cowboy ranch where old people work hard from dawn to dusk, possibly located outside Vice City. Fernando's Medallion Man, that's Emotion 98.3 host Fernando Martinez, who voices a commercial for a large medallion suitable for the stereotypical Latin lover. Is Your Child a Red? Public service announcement prompting parents to watch for the warning signs of communism, such as a desire to share and an interest in recycling. Learn Redneck, a language tape series teaching Southern USA English/redneck dialect. Patriotism, a commercial promoting American products over foreign imports aimed directly at my Batsu. Pet Stuffers, the business uses taxidermy to preserve dead pets so customers can, quote, have their pets forever. Their commercial also announces their implied imminent expansion into human taxidermy with Grandparents Forever. This challenge wasn't too difficult as long as I was able to keep both of my wheels intact, so it took me a little bit more time than my previous best attempt with the God bike, but that's just because I was swerving around all of the hazards. Now I'll take this bike over to the garage and store it and demonstrate that it loses its special properties once you let the garage door close on it. Pit Bomb, that's B-A-L-M, Pit Bomb, an anti-perspirant whose performance is compared to military weapons such as napalm and Agent Orange. Salivex, a saliva replenishment product. How do you come up with that, Salivex? Shady Acres, we've mentioned this before, a high-class complex for rich and divorced men to live in style. Shady Acres is another of the pieces of real estate owned by Avery Carrington. He also voices the commercial. So just taking this one left turn probably convinces you handling is not near as good now as it was before. Yeah, so sadly, the bike loses the special handling property once it's stored in a garage. All right, all that's left to do is refill my armor and then head back over to the next Mitch Baker starting location. And let's just read the final bit from the commercial wiki in the meantime. Synth and Son, an electronic keyboard/synthesizer store, parodies the aggressive, somewhat overboard use of the instruments back in the 1980s. And finally, the Domestibot, a domestic aid robot designed to help people around the house. The Domestibot plays further roles in the proceeding GTA games. So that's Alloy Wheels of Steel done. If you have any memories you'd like to share about this mission, throw them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.